police is a different message entirely from reallocate funds. So if you take funds from the police and take it to social programs, that which results in them having less funds, which means they can hire less police officers, you did what to the police? Let's think about this. So Republicans do this all the time. They take funds from education and then they use that to fund their wars for corporate tax cuts, and then they, by default, defunded education. So while Republicans are pretending that defunded police is a radical idea, they are currently defunding education.
Right. They're doing
so
it
it's
now.
not our fault that so many dumbass Americans did not understand the ask. When you look
they understood it. They understood fine. So how did they magically understand it when Trump got raided by the FBI? Well, how did they magically now know what defund means? Because they was all saying defund the FBI. So that was all bullshit. But here, this is the part I wanted to. This is the reason, because maybe that comment was just saying, let's stop using defund the police and let's use reallocate funds. That can be co-opted up the yin yang.
Exactly.
Reallocate funds.
Yes.
Okay. And so let's talk about a thing called recuperation. This is literally the reason that those who claim, oh, I'm for it, I just don't like the slogan. This is literally the reason they want to change. It can't be co-opted. It can't be what's called recuperation. Defund the police, that can't happen to that phrasing. There's no way to change that to mean anything else. That's why they need that slogan change so it can be co-opted. They can't co-opt it until the slogan change. This is the reason why we have to keep our foot on the pedal of the word or the phrase defund the police.
You're on point. We're going to explain this, and I'll pass to you today. We're going to explain this more on our 10 Demand segment on the Activist Summit. But when you look at our 10 Demand program, we have a whole step program how this works. And this is why they're trying to stop us from using the slogan defund, because it's part of our program. So if you defund the police and you give money to social programs, which is the ass, which is why that poll show people support defund the police, because that's what we want to do. First, you decrease the amount of police every year. We outlined this in great detail in Demands. So we realistic. We understand the path it takes. So you show up every year and you decrease the police budget as much as you possibly can get away with, give it to social programs, then they can hire less police. Then our theory of change, because we believe that by giving people health care, housing, and taking care of them, that you can decrease the crime rate. Having an actual functioning society is how you decrease the crime rate. So we take the money from our insane police funding, which is more than every other country spends on military. We take that, invest into the people, decrease the crime rate. This is my 10 Demand sister Zoya. That's the link to see our plan. So once you do that, because we know we are right, because we actually believe in people, we don't believe people are inherently evil. Once we have a functioning society, crime will then decrease. So then when you show up at that board meeting, we say, those 50 cops you kept in this town, why we need them? Why we need those cops? Why we should spend more on education? We decrease the crime rate. So it's a process. People have no idea. It's us. We are tricking the capitalists. We slow rolling people. Because people say, well, people are not ready for abolition. Yes, exactly. We slow roll it to you motherfuckers. And then if you look at the rest of our list with police accountability boards, reparations, all this stuff, it all designed to have the transition. So they don't even know our plan, CJ.
Nick, this is what they think. So if you're against this is your logic. You're basically saying, Nick, so you're basically saying people, a community. So let's take the highest crime rate city. Let's say that's Compton, only because I know the city. Let's say it's Compton. If we were to give everybody housing, give everybody a job that paid $50 an hour, gave everybody health care, what would be the need to have armed robbery? What would be the need to what is the purpose of it? You're trying to convince me that a person who has a job, health care, good living, not stressed out because of being overworked, is gonna all of a sudden go, I got everything met, but I'm about to go out and start robbing a motherfucker. That's what they're trying to get us to believe, and it's you see how ridiculous it sounds when you say it out loud.
And the police state ideology is rooted in white supremacy, whether people know it or not. So the idea that if you disagree with my theory of change, that means you're saying that people are inherently bad and they cannot change even if you provide for the material conditions. So the reason why people believe we need a giant police state in black communities is because they say, even if you provide those Negroes health care, even if you give them food, even if you give them education, those niggas still gonna be crazy. We need occupy. We don't believe that. So we are abolitionists. We believe in people. We know that once you provide for people material need, crime will go down. You always will have the insane abnormalities.
Name me a high crime rate city that has high income. Name one. You tell me that the highest crime rate cities don't very overlappingly align with the poorest cities. You can't.